It is an understatement to call the last 24 hours chaotic for Twitter, or the whole time since Elon Musk bought the company. We are witnessing what could be an epic meltdown in real time. Twitter employees have rejected Elon Musk's, quote, hardcore ultimatum. And there's a mass exodus going on at the company this morning. In response, Twitter closed its offices, all of them, suspended employee badge access, leaving the company's future completely thrown into uncertainty. And take a look at this. This is the company headquarters in San Francisco. Last night, someone took it upon themselves to troll the mogul with a number of projected messages such as bankruptcy baby and, quote, worthless billionaire.
Twitter employees, they're jumping ship now. I mean, the ones that are still there after he decided to fire damn near half of them. There's now mass exodus at the company. And now, of course, hashtag RIP Twitter is trending on Twitter. There's a lot going on here in the past few days. In fact, the past couple weeks, after Elon Musk came in with the kitchen sink and broke the place. So these new employee terminations and exits brought the company down to the skeleton crew now that many people are now concerned about. Here's some details. They had roughly 2,900 remaining employees before this deadline on Thursday. That's thanks to Musk unceremoniously laying off about half of the 7,500 person workforce when he took over and the resignations that followed. Remaining and departing Twitter employees told The Verge that given the scale of the resignations this week, they expect the platform to start breaking soon. What does that look like? That's what I'm wondering. One said that they've watched legendary engineers and others they look up to leave one by one. Now, meanwhile, Twitter recruiters have already started reaching out to outside engineers to see if they want to join, quote, Twitter 2.0, an Elon company. That's what this one is, isn't it? According to a message sent to one recruit that was seen by The Verge, who would want to come to 2.0 when what you've done with 1.0 is this? I'm not sure what the draw is. So there's a bunch of folks on Twitter, on that platform, roasting Elon for his decisions and the way things are going. And as you saw in that video also outside when the ticker talking about all the things that he is on Twitter headquarters because no one's in the building anymore. Let's watch what some of these things are that happened. Also, again, let's look at that, some of the things that were written on the building as they scrolled it. I'm not sure if he cares much about that, but at least folks are seeing some of the things that are being said and also just how vacant this entire business now has become since he took over. Now, these departing employees, they've also documented their time and their decision to leave right after that 5 p.m. deadline, though, and they're showing just how these things are happening. Let's watch a little bit of that, too.
30 seconds left, 35 seconds.
You have like an atomic clock?
Oh, he's got his thing. Everybody here, we're all about to get fired from Twitter. I've been here 9 years and 9 months now. Same with you.
Right.
How long were you here?
4 years.
4 years?
2 months. 9 years and a month. Oh, were you not with him?
No, he was after. Wait.
Cheers.
10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Happy New Year! Yay! Hooray, that's a lot of pomp and circumstance.
All right, let's go see our
Okay.
Well, that's how that's going over there, Twitter agent. Have you bailed yet?
It's funny, they're doing a countdown like, it's a launch for SpaceX. So happy New Year, happy unemployment. And the thing is that they're in a really good position in part because they're gonna be taking some type of severance or pay. So they're going to have some time off and to watch essentially Twitter implode, which must be absolutely gutting and heartbreaking because these people have invested so much of their lives in creating this platform and knowing how it operates only to see this, what they call them, apartheid Clyde, Caucasian Nick Cannon come up in here and try to flex and threaten people, go from no remote work, get in the office to no one in the building, you could be fired. This man does not know what he's doing. He has been able to ride this faux title of being a genius, yet he is so incredibly insecure that he is retaliating against workers who are tweeting about this for as long as Twitter exists. And it just shows you how billionaires, number one, shouldn't exist. But on top of that, my God, do not put them in control of any social media platform, because we are going to see situations like this where it's society and its employees and its workers who lose.
I've said it before, Adrian, I'm gonna say it again because we say all kinds of untrue things all the time in this country. This should be one of the last times we decide to give credit to folks for their genius, their ingenuity, their hard work mostly, and how much foresight they have just because they've got some money, bro. What does that mean? How does that connect to all these things? It doesn't, it just doesn't. As a matter of fact, sometimes it makes it worse because of this protection and veil of all this money, there's no need to work hard. There's no need to have any real ingenuity or genius. You just hire people behind you to do that stuff, and then you stand there and go, that was me, until you're now on the hook and you're publicly the face of an absolute collapse. I'm gonna read a couple of these tweets that he's been pushing around since he's now the face of this whole thing. We'll put these in a second. Elon Musk wrote, how do you make a small fortune on social media? Start out with a large one. This is so funny, $44 billion. And then he says this, and we just hit another all-time high in Twitter usage, LOL. Yeah, whenever there's a car flipped over on the freeway on fire with 4 fire trucks around it, people stop. And then the firemen say, this is an all-time high for people to come and rubberneck and watch this devastating accident. That's what happens, bro. There's an all-time Twitter usage high to watch this happen in real time. That's what's happening, but that's gonna be a problem even later. Let's look at some of this activity that's been happening on Twitter, by the way, in this guy's face. Alex Cohen, this was a parody account, but I bought it for a second when I first read this because this is how clownish a behavior this guy's been going through. Alex Cohen wrote, I was laid off from Twitter this afternoon. I was in charge of managing badge access to Twitter offices. Elon just called me and asked if I could come back to help them regain access to HQ as they shut off all badges and accidentally locked themselves out. I was like, this sounds like something that would happen. I bought it, but actually that was a parody account, and he said similar things about other companies that he's worked with. So it was pretty obvious that that wasn't a real version. And when people did point that out, there was a little bit of a disclaimer underneath his tweet eventually. And he said, who ratted me out? So he admitted to it. Also, there was other things. Someone else said, goodbye, Twitter. It's been a good run. And that very famous meme there, it's lighting it on fire. And by the way, that's exactly the energy that Elon is pushing here. There's another. Toby is the Scranton Strangler. Like that. Says, it's been a pleasure tweeting with y'all for the past 13 years, and RIP Twitter as the ship goes down. Maybe you can dig into the mind of a madman a little bit here, Adrian. What could be the thought process for tweeting out things like, LOL, look at all of this disaster happening around me? He's the dog in the middle of that meme that says this is fine, that everyone has seen before.
Exactly. Well, because he has an ego to protect. Forget the 44 billion that he invested into this company. No, it's his ego that is the most valuable thing to this man. So pretend like, oh, everything's fine. Yeah, right. LOL. Yeah, right. This man is crying. He is in the fetal position. He is probably having friends and family come to his bedside to stroke his ego and to reaffirm how great he is. I'm sure he's found some other woman that he can plant his seed in to go ahead and breed, to give himself a little bit of clout, that feeling of I did something. But at the end of the day, this man is so insecure. And again, I say, I do not think insecure billionaire people should be in control of things that are basically public services or public things that are very important to our society.
Because they think about themselves. What does that have to do with society? This is what happens. Please take note and remember the next time.